pan down there, we have a pump. This pump has a gooseneck on it. Okay, the gooseneck is designed to set the bazooka on top of so that you can pump mud through the gooseneck into the bazooka. What you're going to want to do is take this. I like to set my pan on the floor first because as I set this in here, I have to prime the pump. Okay, I like to use this mud masher inside there just in case it starts sucking air. That way I can just move this around and so it starts pushing mud back through there. What I'll do is I'll start pumping this. Every once in a while, like what you see in there, it's not working. So what I'm going to do if it's not working to suck that through there is I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to put it right here inside the pump and I'm going to start pumping. Now, that doesn't always work. I think I can probably get it to work. Yeah, there we go. That doesn't always work, but it did this time. If it doesn't work, you'll take this out, you'll prime it with water. Once water comes out of there, then you'll place it back into the bucket, and then you'll be able to get the mud to flow through there. But every once in a while, you just put a little water there on the top, and you'll get that mud to come through. Now, this is your bazooka, okay? This is a gate valve. Okay, this gate valve, you have to push down with your finger and close, right? This, you can now pump mud into it. There's a cable in here that's hooked to this drive dog right here, that's hooked to this wheel. When it's open like this, it will, once it's full, as this spins, the drive dog gets engaged here and it pulls the cable up, forcing the mud out of the bazooka as you run it. If you try filling it up with this open, it'll just spray mud all over the floor. So you'll close this here, place it upside down like this. I put my fingers into the top of the bazooka like this, right? We call it a bazooka, it's an automatic taping tool. That's just kind of the nickname for it, right? So what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll set my left foot on, and I will pump it 9 times. 9 times will fill this thing up all the way. The reason I stick my finger in here is because that plunger, as it comes up, I can know when to stop. If I overfill this, I will put too much tension on that cable that's in here, and the cable will snap. When you have it full, you also don't want to set it down hard on the ground or the cable will snap under the weight of the mud. So I like to hold the bazooka right here and I will set it down on my foot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to halfway open this and close right here so I can engage the gate valve and use it as though it is. If I close it halfway, I can use it like it's actually being operated, right? So that way I can show you without filling it up. With it being full, it'll run 78 linear feet of tape with mud on it. Then you'll need to refill it. It weighs roughly 20 pounds, maybe 22 pounds when it's full. As I set it down right here, I will want to put tape on there. So I'm gonna walk over, grab some tape, we'll be right back.
But you make it locked in though, like it doesn't even look locked in. Like I can pull it up.
You can, it's not locked. It just sets on top of there. So you kind of got to put a little pressure down on it as you pump the mud into it. You're also going to want to spray this with some WD-40. Well, they make bazooka oil, which is actually better for it. WD-40 will work just fine. They recommend you use bazooka oil, but you're going to want to spray some down in here. Move this little valve a little bit so that you know that it gets down in there and it isn't really hard to do. So back on here. The tape needs to get placed on there. This one here, you push down to unlock it and you can slide it up and out of the way. You can place the tape on here. I like to, this is the back side of the tape. This is the front side of the tape. You can actually see the difference in that crease. That crease right there has to go towards the wall. If it's backwards, your tape would actually be backwards. Remember, it's 2 1/16 of an inch wide, but this has to touch the wall. That's how tape goes on the wall. So in order to make sure that happens, I go ahead and I place it on here. These rolls come in 250 foot and 500 foot rolls of tape. We go here, I slide it down. The back side of this goes right here against that wall. Now, as I pick it up, you can see that there's a little bit of mud, or a little bit of tape coming through. This is called the control arm. The control arm, when I have it in my hands, will advance the tape. See that? I advanced it by pulling it forward. It also cuts the tape by pulling it backwards. That's how the control arm operates. The next thing you want is the creaser. The creaser is this wheel right here. Ooh, this one needs a little work. So I'm gonna have to do a little work with this. Oh, I gotta do a little repair on this bazooka. We'll have to do that a little bit later. I'm gonna try to continue this video. Second. Go ahead and stop it.